Okay guys, so for this pumpkin spice margarita, you're gonna need a few simple ingredients: some brown sugar, agave, cinnamon sticks, pumpkin puree, some pumpkin pie spice, limes, some orange liqueur, and then we have our tequila. And we are using 818, obviously, because it is the best. And if you haven't tried it, you're missing out. First things first, when making these pumpkin spiced margaritas, we're gonna take our cocktail glasses and we're gonna put a thick rim on it. I typically always take 2 little trays to go ahead and put my wet ingredients, which we're gonna use agave. I really like using agave over simple syrup or like honey. Honey is actually good, but I just feel like the agave makes it stick really nicely to the glasses. We're also going to take some brown sugar. Open her up. There we go. And we're just gonna put enough to cover the little tray. And brown sugar is a little bit of a thicker consistency than white sugar. So we're then gonna take our pumpkin pie spice and we're gonna add that in with our brown sugar. And I would just say do a couple teaspoons. I'm not measuring this out, I'm just eyeballing it. You can kind of see the differentiation. I would say that's probably like 1.5 teaspoons of the pumpkin pie spice. We're then gonna take a smaller spoon and just kind of mix this pumpkin pie spice with our brown sugar to make it a nice, even consistency before putting it on our cocktail glass. And take your time, go nice and slow so it doesn't get everywhere. Okay, now that our dry ingredients are mixed, we're gonna go ahead and rim our glasses. So we're gonna take our first glass, dip it into the agave, and then dip it straight into our brown sugar mixture. And I always just kind of press it in and then I go along the sides just to ensure we have a nice thick coat on our glass. Bada bing, bada boom. Should look something like this. And we're gonna go ahead and just do it to our second cocktail glass. All right, guys, now we have ice in our shaker. We are gonna go ahead and take our tequila. This is a new bottle. Here we go. Woo! We're then gonna add 2 ounces of tequila into our shaker. And this is enough for 2 drinks. So if you just wanna make one for yourself, split it in half. If you wanna double it, double it. So 1 and 2. We then are gonna take our limes. I have these little itty bitty cutesy baby ones. And we're gonna add 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. I always just take whatever fresh juice I'm doing, typically with lemons and limes, and put it straight into my measuring utensil. Don't worry about the seeds because your strainer will catch it, so bear with me. Gonna go in and always roll out your lemons and limes first. It gets all the juice going. Okay, after much manual labor, we have our 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Boom. We then are gonna take our orange liqueur and do a 1/2 ounce into our shaker. Woo! So a 1/2 ounce. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. We're then gonna take our agave and do a 1/2 ounce of the agave into our shaker as well. We then are gonna take our pumpkin puree and add 1 ounce of it into our shaker. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I always struggle with can openers. I'm really not competent in the kitchen. So if I can make this cocktail, so can you. All right, we have our 1 ounce of pumpkin puree. We're gonna go ahead and add this into our shaker. We then are gonna take our pumpkin pie spice and we're gonna only add about 1/2 teaspoon. And honestly, I'm gonna just eyeball it. Woo! And now we shake. And now for the pour. Ooh. Oh. Then to top off our pumpkin spice margarita, we are gonna take a little cinnamon stick for both cocktail glasses. And we are gonna use that to garnish our glasses. You can either set them in or kind of plop them on top. I'm gonna set them in like so. We then are gonna take one of our little baby limes. And we are gonna just do a little slice to put on top. And there you go, look how pretty she is. That is the most beautiful pumpkin spice marg if I've ever seen one. Okay guys, now for the moment of truth, the taste test. Let's see how this pumpkin spice marg is. Ooh, It's sweet, but you have that hint of fresh lime. You taste the pumpkin, the cinnamon. It's fall in a cup. It is so good. Highly recommend. This is a great drink for friends and family if you want to have them over for dinner or if it's a little pregame to go out. Absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay guys, that's it for this week's episode of Welcome to the Party. I hope you enjoyed making these pumpkin spice margaritas as much as I did. And cheers, happy fall.